Candace
We
Owens speaks on
have
Andrew Tate.
been talking about
Like
the
and
Andrew
subscribe.
Tate stories. I did not follow the tribe here. A lot of conservatives, when Andrew Tate got arrested, were kind of dancing on his non-grave. It was very strange to me because when I explored the facts of the case, he hadn't been arrested for anything. That was what was weird. They just decided to put him in a cell for 60 days, was it? As they looked for something to charge him with. And then they said, okay, we're going to release you, but we're going to put you on house arrest as we continue to look for something to charge you with. Well, he has now been, him and his brother, and they have one other young woman who's also involved in this, have received an update, and they're extending their house arrest for another 30 days as they continue to look for evidence to convict him with something. And they're coming up dry, they're coming up empty, obviously, or they would have already charged him. So Andrew Tate tweeted this. He tweeted, "The 6-month time limit to charge me is running out. They have zero evidence against me unless they invent it and frame me. If they charge me with an empty bull file, it'll still take me a year to beat it and allows them to save face. They're hoping the world will forget by the time the insanity is exposed. What do you think that they will do?" And then he had the update, which is 30 more days of house arrest. "I have not been free for a single day this year. Sometimes in life, you just have to bite the bullet." And this is a story that everybody should be talking about because it's terrifying. This is terrifying, right? If you are an individual and you believe in morality and you believe in a justice system that operates without corruption, then you should be speaking out against what's happening to Andrew Tate. I believe he's a British citizen. I know he's living in Romania, so yes, he has to abide by their rules. What exactly are their rules? Romania is an EU member. Why aren't there more governments speaking out against this and saying this is atrocious? You can't simply hold someone because you don't like the content that they put on the internet. You don't need to agree. This was my commentary to conservatives. You don't need to like Andrew Tate. You don't need to love his content or agree with every word that he says. I certainly don't agree with every word that he says. I don't agree with all the words that people here at the Daily Wire say, right? I believe in freedom of thought, and I believe that we should debate ideas. I don't believe that we should be arresting people and holding them in a cell and looking for a crime. Well, Andrew Tate decided to sit down with the BBC. Why, I have no idea. He speaks about the Matrix. I don't know why he would give time to the Matrix. Of course, it's the BBC. They're literally owned by the government, so it's going to be a hit piece. But interesting is that why are they compelled to do a hit piece on Andrew Tate? That is something that I think is interesting. There seems to be a lot of corruption going on here. And of course, he is speaking out and saying that they attempted a hit piece, but he had his own cameras there. Here is Andrew Tate in his own words.
Federal agencies from multiple countries have called over 2,000 women who know me. We stand here with 0 new accusations since my arrest. 0. If you took any famous person, any man of substantial wealth, and you called 2,000 women who knew him, you'd find an ex-girlfriend is upset, somebody who wants money who's upset. They called 2,000 people who knew me and could not find a single woman to make a new complaint. The only complaints they have against me are the initial complaints, which we can prove are lies, and that's where it stands. So I'm not going to sit here and allow you to pretend that I'm some kind of evil predator, when actually I'd argue the fact that people who've been investigated to the level I've been investigated to, if you were to take the average man on the street and investigate his entire life for 14 months, call everyone who's ever known him, and vilify him in the media, and encourage people to come forward for money, and you try to contact every ex-girlfriend that's ever had.
Would come forward and accuse those people of rape and accuse those
I
people
think that you would have a lot more. I think you would have a lot more flack than I've got.
He's absolutely right. And this is, by the way, what people who have supported Donald Trump, like me, say. They have been investigating Trump for 6 years. They've been calling everybody. They've been offering people money to come forward. The most that they got out of him was a porn star payment. People can't survive. Federal agencies going through every piece of your life looking for something, looking for a crime, and all they got was Stormy Daniels. This is the same Stormy Daniels treatment with Tate, right? They claim that they have women that have come forward and said that, he sexually assaulted them. I don't know what the update is on that. Apparently, Andrew Tate is saying if they're going to charge him with that, they have all the proof to the counter. Why aren't they charging him? Because they know whatever they have isn't enough. And so they're calling 2,000 people, examining his entire life, looking for something, and they're still coming up empty. I mean, this is really scary stuff, and stuff that we would like to think couldn't happen in America, but it has. It actually happened with Donald J. Trump, who was a sitting president at the time. He also then had a heated exchange with this same woman at a different point in the interview. Take a listen.
You don't come here with a position of authority. You're not the police. I don't respect the BBC. I don't know you. We are equals. We are people, and I see you as my equal. And if you ask me questions, I can ask you questions back. For you to come here and sit down with the you're to stop and that you don't have to answer my questions is disingenuous because this is a conversation. I don't owe you any degree of authority over me. I think we're done.
I absolutely love that. That is exactly how I conduct my interviews with the press. I don't know. We got to some weird place in the Western world where journalists believe that they're, I don't know, the FBI, that you have to have some sort of authority or respect for them. I don't even respect the FBI. So how am I going to respect a journalist sitting across from me as in, don't you care what I'm going to write? You have no power. You're absolutely powerless. If you want me to give you an interview, you are going to conduct yourself. You're going to respect me and I will respect you back, right? I'm a mirror. I will give you exactly what I am getting from you. And so to hear him say that to her, I don't have any respect for you. I've allowed you into my home. I'm doing the right thing here. I'm not going to allow you to castigate me for that or to make me feel like I'm in some weaker position than you. I'm not. We are on the same level. And she's done. She can't deal with that. She doesn't know what to do. Oh my God, what do you mean? I'm a journalist. I work for the BBC. That makes somebody important. No, it doesn't. Okay. Actually hand him facts that he can counter, have basic respect to individuals when you sit down with them. It is one of the most despicable things about the press. It's why I never allow them into my home, despite them asking, oh, can I meet your husband? They are dirty. They will come into your home. They will meet your husband. They will be kind. They'll be around your children, and then they will write a hit piece. And there is nothing more violating, let me tell you, than allowing someone in your home to only have them write something dirty about you. I still don't understand. Totally disagree with Andrew Tate's decision here to allow the BBC in. I have said I am very interested in the story. I would love to get out to him for an interview. I would get on a plane. I would go to Romania and I would conduct it and I would do it fair. I would examine the facts of this case. And thus far, there doesn't seem to be a case to examine any facts of, which is insane because he is still on house arrest. So we will keep you guys informed on that matter and we will continue to follow the story because it is compelling.